Shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Alright, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that ruled well, and peace and salutation to the Akim that's pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth and sincerity. Say Shalom. Alright, this is the brother Zion Amar from the GMS Detroit by Camp, and just touching yet on another video, kind of hovering around the chip. It's not speaking on the chip directly per se, but the technology, as you'll see, in this article, leads up to the chip. And hey, I'm just staying in the spirit because it seems like this month of December, 2018, that's been a hot topic as of late. Namely being because, hey, that's one of the final prophecies that's going to be implemented, all right, across the whole world, all right, which is a physical thing, okay? RFID chip, all right? That's a physical instrument, of Esau, all right? Just to speak on that real quick, we know that the mark of the beast in Revelation, the 13th chapter, is not speaking of any spiritual mark, because first of all, and this is the main point, is that Esau, he's not spiritual. He doesn't know how to be spiritual. So just that alone lets you know it's not dealing with no spiritual mark. All right. I mean, hell, this is the same guy that sold his birthright for one morsel of meat. So that pretty much lets you know he's as carnal can be, all right? But just to touch on this article, all right? I'll read through this, and bring out a few scripts, and I'll close out. So it says, brain transparency. AI expert warns against losing jobs over thoughts. Right? As if we're not under enough scrutiny already. But basically Esau wants to read your thoughts, so he can know what's on your mind 24/7. Pretty much to know, he wants to know how you feel about him, right? Like down to your soul, right? Because we can say, we can supplant, and we'll do what we got to do, to keep our jobs, within reason. But hey, at the end of the day, like even Esau, he knows that this racial tension, is on the brink, all right? And just because we ain't saying nothing, we not acting out about it, that don't mean that we like you, all right? We tolerate, right, these other nations. And it's not that we trying to get along and coexist with these other nations. We understand that we're kings and we over all these people, but we have to, dial down our spirit, because, hey, otherwise, what would you do? You'll have us in prison, have us up on charges, or what have you. So, but let me just read through this. It says, a leading expert on the ethical, legal, and social implications of bioscience has revealed her concerns over handing over control of our minds. You don't have to be a fucking rocket science to know this is off, What do I look like giving control to another human being, so-called human being? Because Esau, he's not human, he's just mankind. All right, but anyway, what do I look like giving my essence, my thoughts over to another carnal, being, all right, as if he's over me, all right? And that's showing you where Esau is headed with this thing. This thing is simply about control, about authority, all right? And he has to know that you acknowledge him as being the authority, all right, as being the wicked over the earth, all right? That's what this chip is really all about, all right? When that chip is implemented into your flesh, all right, he knows that he has He's conquered you, basically. All right, and now it's solidified by way of the chip. It's not without a shadow of a doubt. He knows that he's your God now. All right, but what's this say? It says, Salaki, Nita from Rahani. All right, if I'm saying that right, has detailed her fears on artificial intelligence in the workplace could lead to the loss of jobs over employees' thoughts. She revealed how more and more companies are looking to the idea of making EEG, all right, devices a compulsory part of their uniform. The wearable headset, which can be used to monitor alertness, productivity, and mental state, is already being used in China. So it's already on the market in China, all right? So they want to make this thing worldwide. It says trained drivers on the Beijing-Shanghai speed rail are required to wear the technology, okay? It says, and recorded to some reports in government-run factories in China, the employees are required to wear EEG sensors to monitor their productivity too. So like it, now that's a crying shame, because hey, I'm telling you, if that's to be implemented over here, any form of technology like that, then hey, I'm just not working there. That's not the job for me. All right, if my thoughts has to be, all right, screened by my so-called employer. I'm like, what type of the game? What part of the game is that? You know what I'm saying? Where it's supposed to be equal rights and equal opportunity and all this. But see, that's Esau. You know, he's trying to be God. He wants to implement himself or set himself up as God on earth. All right? Which he's not that. He's a base man, all right? It says the employees, okay, jumping down, it says workers are even sent home if their brains show less than stellar concentration on their jobs or emotional agitation. Ms. Farhani fears the increasing number of worldwide interest in the technology could lead to people being fired just for their thoughts. No shit. She asked at a recent TED Talks event, in a world of total brain transparency, who would dare have a political dissident or creative thought? Nobody. Man, that's what they want. They want sheeple, useless eaters, you know, down to the very letter. All right, because they call people that, but they really are trying to